This video tutorial is for this fun stitch. I've used it several times in different designs. I used it in the embellishment cowl in the round, and I've used it in my Aloha shawl and Nymphaea shawl and Sophie's Rose shawl, giving it different names each time. I've called it the shell lace band. Right now I'm going to call it the flower band for the piece that I'm working on right now. So it's made with a repeat of 6 plus 1 stitches. And what we're going to do is make 5 stitches out of 1 with an increase, and then we're going to take 5 stitches and bring them together to cluster them and make them into 1 stitch for a decrease. So 5 stitches out of 1 and 1 stitch out of 5, 5 stitches out of 1, 1 stitch out of 5. At the beginning and end of the row, I like to start with 3 clustered together instead of 5, just because it's a more gentle introduction at the beginning and the end. Before I get any further, I'd like to tell you that you want to find a needle that has a really nice, smooth, gradual join between your cable and your needle. If you have a bump here, it's harder to get your elongated stitches up onto the needle from the cable. Which ones are elongated? Well, those would be the ones that we are clustering, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So on your first 2 rows, it's a 4-row process. The first 2 rows you're going to knit, and then you're going to knit back, and that gives you this nice bump on the front. So that's a little garter stitch. And now I'm on row 3. Let's get my needle here. And it's worked on a multiple of 6 plus 1 stitches, and I have put a marker to show where that multiple begins. So for my first 3 stitches, I am going to make these the 3 elongated ones that I'm going to cluster here at the end. And to make those elongated stitches, I am going to double wrap the stitch. And that just means going around the needle twice, 1, 2, instead of once when I make the stitches. So there are 3 double wrapped stitches. And you can see that each one of those has an extra loop there. We'll be getting rid of those later. Now I'm going to make 5 stitches out of this one, and I'm going to do that with this big increase. So I knit, but I don't take it off the needle. Make a yarn over and go back in that same stitch and knit again, but don't take it off. Make another yarn over and go back in one more time and knit, and then I can take it off. And you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches or loops on the needle. So that is my increase. Now I'm going to double wrap, knit 5 stitches, and those will be the ones that I cluster to make that. So remember, it's a double wrap, so it's double wrap 1 stitch, double wrap 2 stitch, here's the 3rd, there's the 4th, here's the 5th. It's not a bad idea to go and check to make sure that you've got the right number of double wrapped stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm fine there. And here's my increase again. So knit, yarn over, knit, yarn over, knit, and then double wrap 5 stitches. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or knit, yarn over, knit, and the double wraps. And an increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or knit, yarn over, knit. And then I have 3 stitches at the end before my marker, and those are the 3 double wraps to bring things down at the other end. 2, 3. There's my marker, and I'm finished with my row. On row 4, to make this stitch, I'm going to turn and go the other way. So I'm going to get to my marker, which is where the patterning begins again. Oh, there's my stitch. All right, I'm going to move my yarn to the front. If you forget to do this, you can do it later, but now is a good time. And there are my 3 double wrapped stitches I ended my row with. I'm going to slip those 3 stitches, dropping the extra wraps as I go. And then I'm going to put them back on my left needle, and I'm going to purl them together. So that's purl 3 together. And the yarn goes to the back, and there's that increased stitch with 5 stitches. I'm going to knit those 5 stitches. Yarn to the front so I can slip the next 5 stitches, which are double wrapped, dropping the extra wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them back on my left needle, and I'm going to purl them together. Yarn to the back, knit the next 5. You can see how this is going. I'm just going to meet you at the other end of the row in just a second. I've just purled 5 together. Now I'm knitting the 5 stitches in that increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn to the front. There's the last 3 double wrap stitches at the end of the row. 1, 2, 3. Put them back on the left needle, and I'm purling those together. There's my marker, so I'm just going to finish my little garter edge on the outside. And that is the end of the patterning. So let's take a look at it. You can see where I have knit my 5 stitches in that increase. Because I knit them on the back side, they're purl on the front, and you've got these nice garter bumps that match the garter bumps down here at the beginning. And then when I have my clustered stitches, we purled that there. No, we knit it back. No, we purled it back there, which puts all of these strands in the front. So it doesn't have a bump back here because that wouldn't look good. So that's what it looks like. And then we continue on with our background color after that.